there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a early LEGO Marvel 2023 set review. Today we are looking at set number 76245, the Ghost Rider Mech and Bike. This is retailing for $34.99 USD or $44.99 Canadian. This was sent to me early by LEGO/Land to do a review, and I am quite impressed by this, honestly. There's a couple of different things about this, and I'm like, oh, this was actually quite cool, and things about the mech, and all this to go through. So let's go ahead and let's jump into things. Let's start with the mech, since that's the first bit of the name, and that's sort of the idea behind this set, is first came the mech and then the bike. So yeah, it's quite a cool concept, honestly. The design here, I like it. There's so many things about like the little pyramid pieces here to add like the spikes like he has on his shoulders, on his jacket and things like that. I think is really nice attention to detail here on the mech. The orange parts, besides you being able to see them from this side, like I think they're quite well covered and hidden and different things like that. This is using parts from Ninjago, so that's where the arms and the legs are all from, as well as this big giant chest cavity, I guess is what I'd call it. And what you do is you have to actually have the figure sit. It's no longer standing like we've gotten in the other mechs, which is quite interesting. I just want to note one thing here, and that is they have introduced a new piece underneath there. All right, well, that was a lot more complicated than I thought to take apart, but yeah, they have introduced this piece that has the little mixel joints on both ends. That way the legs are actually side by side, which is something the last year's mechs did not have. Anyways, back to the mech here. There's a couple of new things, like these finger pieces as well are brand new for Ninjago and Marvel. I also just want to mention one of my favorite bits about this is that the chain that you have for Ghost Rider, the figure, you attach there onto the back and you just wrap it around on the front and it attaches there. I thought, because there's no picture showing that for the reveal, I thought that was just, you know, it's sort of meant to be like his jacket. Like they just used that part. I was like, oh, it would be cool if there's a print. But now it makes sense why they have the chain going around there and you can attach. I think that's cool. Also, the little wheel covers there on the shoulders look great. One last thing here is that it can actually move around here on the waist, which I think is good to have a little bit more posability, since, you know, you're lacking there with the arms and legs being stuck in this position. So here's his bike, and of course it's a bike for the mech, so that's obviously why it's the scale. You can't really have anywhere for the minifigure to sit. This side looks really ugly, and I'll tell you why. Not really ugly, but it's just this side's so much cooler because it's got these transparent pieces there on the inside of the wheels. Love that a lot. I wish that they figured out a way to have that on the other side. Would have loved some more flames coming out of somewhere else here, maybe from the skull. One thing I really like about it is how it is built. And you could see there that you've got a little spot for you to grab onto this hinge. And this slope will like sort of hug the top part of the car hood, and I think that looks great to make this skull shape. I really like the look of that. That is a print, so you know, mechs always have a print on the chest. Instead of having a print on the chest, we got a print on the bike, which I think is quite cool. Yeah, some of the parts, like I've never seen that bit there before. That's really neat. The wheels, all the flames coming out of the back looks great, and just some of the elements. I think it's a little weak, but it is really large, so I understand that. It's just, yeah, see how it sort of bounces like that? Alrighty. Let's attach the mech here. So what you do is you have this little bit on the bottom, attaches right there. So you lock the mech on in, and then you want to position the legs there and have them actually on the little bar on the bottom. And then here, the handlebars can move a lot to help you actually grab on there and pose it different ways. So you could see that there. It decides to cooperate with me, and there you go. You can hold onto the handlebars and drive on off. So yeah, I don't know. I know that some people don't like the mechs, like they look a little weird, and some people are really confused. Like I've seen comments of like, why is there just a minifigure head on top of this big mech? Like they don't understand the idea behind it. And honestly, I think that this is really, really cool, though, regardless, like, the concept of this. I'm not really too sure who else they could do like this. Maybe Silver Surfer or something. I'm just trying to go through my mind of, I don't know, like even Doc Ock didn't really have oversized arms. Like they were just kind of small. I think that this idea and concept is quite cool. And Ninjago had a similar thing this coming wave as well with a bike and a mech. But anyways, let's take a closer look at the Johnny Blaze figure. So here he is. Nicolas freaking Cage. How often do I get to do that? Anyways, Ghost Rider's here. Great to have this figure back after all these years. I know that we recently had the other Ghost Rider, but I'm glad that Johnny Blaze is back in all of his glory here. I remember getting the other one so vividly and just being so excited about that. I love this piece that created back then, that wave of sets with the pumpkin bomb and this, with the minifigure head inside of this flame. It looks so great. It's so perfect. The face is brand new. The torso is brand new compared to that other Johnny Blaze figure that we've gotten before. And you've got the chain going around from the front to the back. And I'm not sure why, by the way, the chain isn't silver. I think I would have preferred that, or in gunmetal gray like it actually is on his chest, just to sort of, I don't know, there's not a lot of gunmetal gray in the set, so it would have been cool to get for the chain. But there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Ghost Rider Mech and Bike. Again, I think that the mech, now that I have it in hand and there's actual instructions telling me what the set does with the chain, really like that. That was one of my complaints before, but a little wobbly. Colors are a bit plain, I think, with all the light grays. Could have used some more silvery pieces, but regardless, great new figure. If you've never gotten Ghost Rider before, for sure recommend this. And yeah, some cool parts in here. Anyways, everyone, love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on future LEGO Marvel Superheroes set news and reviews. And we will be trying to get the other 3 mechs early, so stay tuned for those reviews. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.